Everyone loves frosting on top of their desserts, but we tend to deprive ourselves of it because regular frosting can be quite unhealthy. Like, did you know that traditional frostings on average may contain 350 to 400 calories in just 2 tablespoons? Now, you can cut down these calories by tweaking a few ingredients and replacing them with healthier options. So in this video, I want to help you make and enjoy tasty yet healthy frosting with just 6 simple tips. Now, my first tip is to use healthy sweeteners. Sugar, when used in moderation, is not generally unhealthy, but most frosting recipes require large quantities of sugar, especially powdered sugar. If you're still keen on using sugar in your frosting, I would recommend that you make your own powdered sugar at home. This will eliminate the use of preservatives. It's so easy to make your own powdered sugar at home. Store-bought powdered sugar is usually made out of super refined sugar and mixed with cornstarch to prevent caking. You can leave the cornstarch out of your recipe and use powdered sugar that is less processed. You can check out the description for a full article which includes some great recipes and also some recommended products that are healthier. However, instead of using powdered sugar, there are 5 great sugar substitutes that you can use in your frostings. The first one is fruit. Now, fruits add a level of sweetness and a degree of texture as well as vitamins and minerals to your frosting. Fruits such as pitted medjool grapes are sweet with a sturdy texture and add a beautiful caramel color to your frosting. Fruit jams such as raspberry and strawberry can also add natural sweetness as well as great flavor. 2, we have erythritol. Erythritol is a type of sugar alcohol used as a food additive and sugar substitute. Erythritol occurs naturally in some fruits and fermented foods. However, manufacturers add an industrially fermented version to low sugar and sugar-free food and drink options. Popular brands include Swerve and Truvia. 3, we have honey. Now, honey cannot be added alone as a sugar substitute because of the liquid consistency, but it can reduce the amount of sugar needed. 4, we have Stevia rebaudiana or Bertoni, which is a South American plant native to Paraguay that has been used to sweeten beverages and make tea. Now, with so many debates on the use of artificial sweeteners, I found in my research that stevia has no effect on either blood pressure or blood glucose responses, making stevia safe to use by diabetic people. 5, we have sucralose, which is also known as Splenda. It heats well and it has no bitter aftertaste at all. It is also approved by the FDA and is extremely potent. It is said to be 600 times sweeter than a regular table sugar. Now, our second tip is to use an alternative to butter. In most frostings, the use of butter in large amounts is traditional, and I agree butter is delicious, but it has a high fat content as well as a high calorie count. Butter is also shown to increase LSD cholesterol. Traditional butter is made by churning fresh cream or milk, usually from a cow, to separate the butter fat from the buttermilk. Butter usually consists of 80% fat, 15% water, and 5% protein. Some healthy alternatives to replace butter in your frostings are fruits and vegetables. Yes, you heard that right. Fruits and vegetables that have a creamy consistency, example, avocado, pumpkin, chickpeas, banana, etc. You can also use whipping cream, which creates a fluffy, lighter frosting that can replace butter. For every 1 cup of butter, use 3 cups of heavy whipping cream. And you can also use vegan butter. This is free of animal products. The ingredients found in vegan butter may differ from brand to brand, but it is usually made from some type of oil, example olive oil or coconut oil. The third tip is to use natural food coloring. It is important for food to look just as good as it tastes. However, artificial food coloring contains so many chemicals. Artificial food coloring was originally manufactured from coal tar, which comes from coal. Today, most artificial food dyes are derived from petroleum or crude oil. Since they are inexpensive and stable under heat and light conditions, artificial colors have become increasingly popular in the food industry. Some studies actually suggest that there's a small but significant association between artificial food dyes and hyperactivity in children. Some children seem to be more sensitive to dyes than others, and some food dyes may actually cause allergic reactions in sensitive individuals as well. Now, here are some natural food coloring options that will brighten your frosting without adding any chemicals. You won't be able to taste the fruits or the vegetable flavor in the frosting because you're using such small amounts. Now, for example, if you want to get orange, you can use carrots or paprika. If you want to get red, you can use beets, tomato, raspberries, or pure pomegranate juice. For yellow, you can use saffron, turmeric, or mango. For pink, you can use strawberries or raspberries. For green, you can use spinach. For purple, you can use blueberries or purple sweet potato. For brown, you can use coffee or cocoa. And for blue, you can use red cabbage plus some baking soda. Or you can use radicchio. You can also mix these colors together to get different colors or to make primary colors. Now the fourth tip is to use dairy-free milk. Milk adds a level of richness and creaminess to your frosting. It also helps to dissolve the sugar and give it a more flexible consistency. Now milk itself is not unhealthy, especially when used in the right proportions. However, some people are lactose intolerant, and this means that the lactose in cow's milk can be difficult for them to digest, resulting in nausea, cramps, gas, bloating, and even diarrhea. A single serving of milk can contain as much as 24 mg of heart-harming cholesterol as well. Some people also choose not to use animal products such as milk for different reasons, such as vegetarianism or religious beliefs. Therefore, you can replace regular milk with other milk substitutes in your frosting. Some dairy-free milk options are almond milk, coconut milk, or cashew milk. They even have the extra creamy options that make the milk thicker and less watery. The fifth tip is to replace your eggs. Now, eggs are used in frosting such as royal icing. If you don't like the thought of using raw eggs in your frosting, here are some options that you can use to replace them. Creating an egg substitute by dissolving unflavored gelatin in hot water and letting it set. You can also substitute meringue powder or eggs with dried dehydrated egg whites. And our final tip is to substitute cream cheese. Now, cream cheese is delicious but very high in calories and fat, and if you want to try other options that are lighter than cream cheese, you can try Greek yogurt or whipped cream. Here at Foodlight, we're dedicated to educating you about the different foods that you eat to help you make better decisions. We also share food tips and hacks, and one of the best ways that you can help us is by subscribing and hitting that notification bell. Thank you very much.